The Denver market is a feisty one. Who is winning in the market this week? Hey everyone, it's Alyson with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. All right, the Denver market is kind of a tale of two markets right now, and it is an interesting one to say the least. So let's talk about how the buyers win and how they can continue to win, and how the sellers are winning and how they can continue to win. Because absolutely, hands down, with 40% of the homes going under contract in the first week, leaving 60% of them not, we have a market where sellers are winning in a segment and buyers absolutely are winning in another segment. All right, the numbers. Just in this last week, we had 1,700 new homes hit the market. 300 more homes came back to market. Over 2,000 homes had price decreases. Only 1,300 homes went under contract. And then even fewer than that closed, at less than 1,100 homes going to closing in the last week. Then we had a couple hundred homes just leave the market and expire. So this doesn't cover all of the homes in the market. It just covers homes that are moving with activity, right? New listings, closed, pending, price drop. But there's a lot of activity, and most of it is not moving to closing or under contract. It's a new listing hitting the market. It's something coming back to market. It's a price drop. So we have a lot of inventory sitting out there and less of it moving to the under contract phase. That continues to tell us that the sellers are winning a smaller segment of the market and the buyers have more room to engage. So let me give you a feel of what I have seen going on in this last week in the market. Surprise, surprise, I had a client terminate on a new build home the week before closing thanks to inspection. Now, I have absolutely seen worse inspections on a new build than I saw on this one, but it made them feel very uncomfortable. They are a family with kids wanting an easy button option, as most people do when they buy new construction, and it didn't give them the feeling that 1 year in, 3 years in, this house was going to sustain that easy button feel. They said, "No thanks, builder, we're out of here." The director of the division called. They tried to talk me through things and parlay that over to my client and say, "Won't they just come? We'll work through it. We'll fix it." And I said, "No, they're out. You lost their confidence. You told them this house would be ready and done, and you failed. And it was XYZ that really tipped them over the edge. So sorry, we need their earnest money back." So we did get that earnest money back, and on we went into the market the same day. My clients were like, "Hey, we were going to walk through today during these hours. We have them set aside. We want to go house shopping." So we did, and within 3 days, we were back under contract on a different home, and onward we go. They're going to close in 3 weeks with actually even a better interest rate than we had on the last one, which was already really good. So this also is telling us what direction the market's moving in, that we're finding homes in a short period of time, getting better terms, and my clients even got a better lot. They have more open space behind them. The lot doesn't have kind of the same slopes, some other things going on. The market is one where buyers feel confident to make choices and make choices quickly and pivot. Let's stay in this same vein of builders. So I have been with clients looking at builders a lot in the last 10 days. Every time we're in one of these builders' offices, we're looking at specs, we're looking at things that are going to be coming soon. The builders aren't saying, "Well, here are the specs, here's the list price, here are the incentives." They're giving that out, and then the answer to me, they look at me while the client's looking at something else and they go ahead and submit an offer. The assumption is not that the client is purchasing this home at the published price. Not even close. They are assuming an offer is coming. That is the language to me, so know that. Hopefully you're going with an agent for all the things that are happening on behind the scenes, but if you are gonna go it alone, you should be making an offer as well. All right, let's talk about the existing market. Price reductions in the existing market are increasing. The frequency per seller, those price reductions are increasing, right? So if a home has been on the market now for 45 to 60 days, we're seeing the frequency by which that seller is conducting price reductions happening more often. We are seeing overall percentage of the market and how often those price reductions are occurring. It's more frequent because we've already hit our peak price in the Denver market. It happened last month. It was a month early. So we're seeing more of the market conduct price reductions. Also, the size of a price reduction is increasing. So the average dollar amount per home is increasing as well as we start moving into the back half of the year. Sellers want these off the books. They have plans. They thought they were going to sell it earlier. It didn't move. They've got to get it done. So we're seeing all sorts of increases in the price reduction department in the existing home community. So I talked about that client of mine that decided to terminate on a new build home and go out and shop again. Well, I see a very similar confidence among buyers in the existing home market. If they get into a home, they're still looking on Zillow, Redfin, Realtor. I stop my portals for my clients, particularly once we get to inspection. If we're not quite through inspection yet and they don't feel an extreme level of confidence about the home, it's okay. You can still look, right? Inspection's your freebie to terminate and move on. However, many of the folks are still looking with intentionality and saying, oh my gosh, a better home came up. This is the one I wanted. I want to go look at it. I want to put an offer in. I want to find a contingency. I want to get in on that home, get it locked down, and then terminate on this one during inspection and go get on that one. And here they've got one locked up on inspection. Maybe the inspection's been delivered or about to be delivered. And then we don't even know what the results are yet, but they're ready to jump ship and go on to another one that they have no idea what the inspection results might be. There's a lot of head swiveling among buyers because there's so much choice in the market. There's so much power among the buyers right now. Sellers, most of them do not have the power position. So it makes it a little hard. It's almost too much choice for the buyers too. So sellers, how do you get them to lock in on your home? How do you become the power play house seller? Well, about 40% of the market is in that position. 40% of the houses are going under contract in 1 week, and many of them are not coming back on market right away. Most of those are selling and going smooth. The first thing is you need to price lower than you feel comfortable with. I'm not saying fire sale, but I'm saying nearly every house that is selling in the first week has priced to move. They have priced for a large amount of attention, attraction, and showings. Next, if it's a home that is lived in and it's not some kind of investment property, is staging. This home looks warm, cozy, inviting, makes people want to sit on the couch and look around, want to sit on the back porch and enjoy how the back patio feels and how livable it will feel when they move in and have their friends over. And the next two go hand in hand. Clean, 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 because it seems like the house is well cared for. And then before it went to market, they hired someone to come in and do all the little things that need to be done. Whether the garage door needed to be replaced because it was faded or had a dent in the bottom panel. Whether they had someone who needed to re-caulk the little lines between the sink and the backsplash, or needed to just tidy up some scratches and dent marks all throughout the house. Or the stringer panel up the stairs because of course here it's dry and they age and they crack. All the little things that make the house seem so well cared for over time, paired with a clean home, make people think, gosh, these people really loved their home. It's gonna pass inspection so well, it's gonna be so easy to move into. You put all that together and people crave the home. That is how these sellers are moving their house off the market in the first week. And these sellers have to be strategic about it because they're competing against builders who are offering rates at 5% or buy downs to 2.5% in the first year and are negotiating hard on price to get these buyers over that way. So buyers, you aren't gonna win them all because we have sellers who are being so strategic, right? But that's only 40% of the market right now and it's declining month over month. So we have this 60% segment over here where you can win, right? This segment where I've talked about buyers are popping and they can't keep their eyes on one house. So that means you've got so much opportunity. This opportunity is not just homes that are sitting there. It's not just a seller who's sitting in their house, hoping it will sell. You have people who have lost their job, relocated out of country. They're in a divorce situation. They've already moved to another place. They're either renting it or have purchased it. They have 2 payments, 2 mortgages, 2 something they're holding and they don't want to any longer. Some of them are so maxed out, they know they can't make more than 2 more payments, maybe 3, and it is going to utterly break them financially. We've got people who have tax implications on what they're holding and they really need to sell it by a certain date. There are some extreme circumstances sitting in front of you. You should be going and making offers on homes you love. All the houses sitting there are not bad houses. They are not all stinky. They are not all cat pee, smoke, dirty, gross. Some of them, absolutely. Not all of them. So get in there and make some offers and get a good deal. Ask for rate buy down. Maybe you're gonna pay something closer to the ask price, the list price, and get a really good deal on buying down the rate. Maybe that's your play, or maybe you're just gonna take a chunk of money off list price and take care of whatever that extra interest is until you refi sometime next year. All right, that is my boots on the ground experience just in the last 10 days. There's certainly more I could tell. It has been a wild ride in the market just for this last week and a half here in Denver. If I can help you talk about how you want to navigate things, how you want to win on either side, please reach out. You know I would love to connect, and I will see y'all next week.